The spirit of Deirdre, just like myself and my wife, we give these services unconditionally.
As Executive Director of PAL, this facility will have a boxing ring donated by PAL and boxing equipment.
These DA's children and stuff. This is wonderful.
It's no bar to them jumping into a pool or, saying that it's their favorite thing.
For those of you who don't know, we have about another 100 people who are standing in the back, and I know it's incredibly hot.
Open the door.
Mary?
Our official grand opening in recognition of our partners here at Brownsville back on track.
That's right.
We are blessed this morning, and we're going to go ahead and start our program with Reverend Dennis Taylor doing the invocation.
Father, we give you praise, honor, and glory right now. Thank you for this time of new beginnings, Lord.
She is such a very, very special person, and you are blessed. Because my mission is that she will move from the Bronx to Brooklyn, where she belongs. Released a report that was frankly shocking. It determined that in the 23 juvenile centers across New York State, mostly in upstate New York, there was repeated examples of young kids being physically and mentally abused, and some of them sexually abused. Without any kind of reentry services, were coming back to their communities, and within 3 years, at the rate of 78%, they would get rearrested and sent back to the juvie centers. And when I explained to them the frustration I had trying to find the young men who were coming home from the juvie centers, they said, we can identify them in Brownsville. A program that is going to replicate what was done in Red Hook over the last 15 years. If you've ever been to Red Hook, and I'm sure some of you have wandered down there, 15 years ago you would not go to Red Hook unless you were accompanied by a platoon of Marines from the 3rd Marine Division, maybe the SEALs. The Red Hook Community Corps changed all of that, and the community leaders will tell you that the reason that Red Hook is one of the 5 safest places in New York City is the community court. I always refer to it as the miracle of Red Hook. And I promise you, whatever else happens as a result of our efforts, we'll have the same miracle here in Brownsville and in East New York, and yes, all of central Brooklyn. We're going to stop the violence by these kinds of programs.
Thank you for those very kind words.
They were true.
You too. And I'm glad nobody has asked me if I founded the Fresh Air Fund. You'd be surprised how many people ask me that. But before I came to the Fresh Air Fund in 1983, I did work for the city's child welfare agency, which was then called Special Services for Children. And got to see the other side, the bad side of the child welfare system. We refurbished all the camps, and one of the things that we did was made a lot more education, indoor space available so we could do more educational programming, because our first try at it, our career readiness camp, was really successful. And kids really want to learn, as I'm sure all of you know, if they're given the opportunity to learn and a decent place to learn and the tools with which to learn, and caring teachers and not too many screaming kids running around and beating each other up.
Thank you. Too much praise for doing my job. I have the wonderful chance to have the shortest remarks. I want to thank you all for coming. For those of you who don't know, we have about another 100 people who are standing in the back, and I know it's incredibly hot, and I'm not going to hold you. So the best part is yet to come. The District Attorney and Deirdre and Dennis, and we ask Ms. Morgenthau to cut the ribbon so that the greatest project, we think, as the District Attorney said, will be replicated throughout Brooklyn and the city and maybe the country, is going to start now. 1, 2,
three.